sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Giants. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Oh, you got deep?
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Ready.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Throwing now is Breeze. Caught by Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Ready.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play.
Ready. Yellow lady. 5-9. Ready, set.
On second and 12, Breeze looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. On third down, it's Carson, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Breeze now. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw again on second down. Breeze. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. George Kittle. His first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 30 base.
53, Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Now.
Go.
Get it.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
Hey, Haywood.
Second and 4. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I know a retirement ceremony is a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. The last run got 6, now second and 4.
Mike 53.
Wild Bill. Watch the safety creep.
They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Got it.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
I got him.
Hey.
Banjo. 53's the mic. 53's the mic.
Go.
It's just me.
Now.
They'll set up to throw. And Gibbs got it. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On the set.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 49-yard line. A run, it's Murray. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Go.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings 7, Giants nothing.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Gotta do better.
Go.
Come on, QB, come on. 53's the mic. 53's the mic.
Yes.
Jim.
Yep.
Motion.
Go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the Vikings 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
Go.
Field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 53's the mic. 53. Check.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. 3rd down here.
Ready. 95, 56. 95, 56.
Breeze going to throw. Complete to Jones. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Back deep, the veteran Ted Ginn. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Here we go. Set. 15 line. 15 line. Check Mike. Check Mike. Get it.
They'll set up a throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line.
That's good for the Giants.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
The first down carry here for Johnson. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Set. 10-2 stop.
Check. 53's mine. I got it.
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up.
53 to Mike.
Ready?
And this is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Smooth.
2nd and 10. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's Breeze to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Gim. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. It's complete to Robinson. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On the ball.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Number 53.
Yeah. Topper.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
53's the mic.
Hey, wahoo.
Here we go.
Second and 11. That's complete to Robinson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
New Mike 52.
Looking to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Jason Witten in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants have taken the lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then they'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
56.
A final shot before half for Breeze. Looking downfield for Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And to give this time to the tailback. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. You can't block him.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be caught, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Ted Ginn, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Bravo!
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Go.
Back to throw here. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
You ready?
53, Mike.
Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Now.
That'll bring up 4th down after back-to-back-to-back 3-yard pickups.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. Now Hausch could attack on the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Come on, baby.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 38, Breeze. This complete to Jones. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Marvin Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full
Go.
stroke.
Let's go. Let's go. Get set. Two.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. To throw is Breeze. He completes it to Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On first down, Breeze. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
X3, 218, chop it.
2nd and 13. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Breeze now to throw. He's going to let it go end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Begin.
Now a handoff here to his running back. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Hey, Team 6. Yes. Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Mike, hey, exit. It's a party now.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Ginn has it complete. Touchdown, Giants. Ted Ginn, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. George Kittle with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Watch the boot. Hey, Charlie. Go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Yo, fast. Ready?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. That one goes for 24 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Back to throw now on first down. He's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun to the goal line, but it's incomplete. It was a safety, Rashad Jones, that time, who was able to break up the play. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jason Witten with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score.
The Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Pressure comes. Now Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney merciless. Able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Jordan Berry now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10.
Let's go. 90, Wolf.
3, Mike. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
SOS. Hey, Echo.
53's the Mike. 53. Check 53.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Robinson's got it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Dumps this one off to Mack. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Breeze to throw for it on fourth. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Allen's got it complete. There he goes left side. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will get him one closer.
Giants 56, Vikings 28. Josh Lambeau set to kick off.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game.